Hey everyone, happy Father's Day, of course. This is Vodcast number 2. In the first Vodcast, we talked about QR codes. I mentioned it a little bit, and that's what I'm going to kind of dive in today and talk about some more. So QR codes is something that I use recently and often in health and phys ed class. More recently in phys ed class as circuit workout. So QR code, just to make sure everyone's on the same page. You've seen them all around. They kind of look like this. And it's a square made up of a bunch of different random patterns and just different other little squares. But anyway, if you have a QR reader on your smartphone, what you can do is scan that QR code and it'll take you to some sort of link or a video, an ad, some sort of promotion. So that's kind of how they're used. So what you can do is you can make these QR codes for free, and you can also download a QR code reader for free. So I'm going to show you. First thing that's important to know is if you take your smartphone, I have an iPhone, you go on the App Store, and what happens is up at the top you search QR code reader, as you can see, and then once I click QR code reader, the first one that pops up is QR reader for iPhone. So this is a popular one. The next one also is a quick scan QR code reader if you don't have an iPhone. But if you have an iPhone, this one's great. For mine it says open because I already have it downloaded, but this is a free app. So to use QR codes and to make them, everything's free. So this is the first thing. So it's important that if you were to use this technology, you have all the students, or as many students as possible, download this QR reader. Alright, so after that's downloaded, after the students have that, you have to make the actual QR code. So in order to make the QR code, it's very simple. What I did for my lesson, as I kind of mentioned before, was I set up a circuit workout. So I'd have a station of maybe someone doing goblet squats, and I have somebody doing Russian twists, and then I have somebody doing ladder work. And next to each of the stations, I'd have a QR code, and the QR code would link to a quick 30-second video demonstrating that activity or exercise. So in order to make these QR codes, it's very simple. All you do is you go online. So I went on YouTube. For one of them, I wanted to do the medicine ball twist or a Russian twist. So I went to YouTube, searched medicine ball twist, and this video came up. I try to stick to, between 30 seconds and a minute. I didn't want to do anything longer than a minute because obviously I want activity time to be high. So after I have this, what I do is I go up to the web address, I highlight it, copy it, and then I go to my QR code generator. Now to get here, all I did was I opened up Google, and then I searched QR code generator. And one of the first ones, qrstuff.com, I know has worked in the past. So I click on that. And what it does is it takes me to this website. And what you do is you go to the content section. And in the content section, what I'll do is I will right click and paste. And what will happen is it'll generate a QR code for me. And all I have to do is download the QR code. It'll show up right here. Click on it in my downloads tab, and it'll generate a preview. So after that, after I generate the preview, I'm going to right click on that, and I'm going to open it with Paint. And then in Paint, I can hit Edit, Select All, Edit, Copy, and then in Word, I can title it. I can go Russian twist, and I can Control V or paste that right into the Word document. And what will happen is you gotta give it a little bit of time. Coming from Paint is somewhat of a complicated image, but it'll paste in Word, and what you'll get is, after you print it out, a series of QR codes that you can cut and paste onto like a squat rack or whatever it may be. So for example, as you can see, here's the finished product. Russian twist, there's the QR code. And then when I print it out, It looks like this, Russian twist, QR code. And then what I would do is I'd cut that little box out. I'd put it maybe next to a mat with a medicine ball, and the kids would come up. They would hopefully have listened to maybe the homework the night before was, or the class before was, to download a QR code reader. And then on my phone, as you can see, I have the QR reader. I open it up, and what I do is I would go to, let's say the station is over here. Here's the medicine ball. The kid will walk over with his QR code reader. We have baseball Russian twists at the bottom like we talked about. He takes the phone or his QR reader, comes to the bottom, scans it. What it's going to do is take us right to the Russian twist video that we had originally linked. So if the kid forgot what Russian twists are or wasn't paying attention, like we all know is very common, now he has the video again. And what this does is it frees up the teacher. I don't have to go through every single station and kind of explain over and over again what a Russian twist is, or what a goblet squat is, or how to go through the ladders the right way, or proper form when you're curling. Now the kids have a little video. So, like I said, it got linked. I can hit play, and what happens is I'll get a little quick refresher of what the video looks like, or what a Russian twist looks like.
Small, feet are up, sitting in upright position. This is for the obliques and abdominals. So we're going to twist like so, feet up. They get cocked.
And as you can see, get a good idea of what it looks like. Kid comes over, he's like, all right, got that, that's easy. Comes over here, does a couple of twists. Then he can move on to the next station, which again will have QR code. So that is, like I said, very easy to make. Doesn't take long, and it doesn't cost anything, which is great. All of those things together, you can use that whether you're doing a circuit workout for your class. I've also used it in the health classroom, and what I've done was I set up 6 stations when we were learning about the heart, and each table was a station. And on each table I had a QR code, and then it was almost like a web quest or a QR code quest. And I put the kids in groups. I made sure each group had at least one QR reader or one smartphone that could read the QR codes. And what we would do is they would go from table to table or station to station. The first kid, for example, maybe station 1 had a model of the heart, actual model, and there was a QR code pasted on the right ventricle. And the first question had something to do with the right ventricle. You'd scan the right ventricle, or the QR code that was on the right ventricle. You have to take them to a link or a website that had information all about the right ventricle, and the question would obviously, again, pertain to the right ventricle. So I think it was just a great way to integrate technology. It's easy, it's cheap, it's very quick to do, and it's just another way to kind of approach it. And it's a really good way to do like a controlled web quest instead of just sending the kids off to the library and they get to kind of do whatever they want to do. You know exactly what should be going on. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Hopefully you like the idea. If you have any questions about how to make the QR codes or anything at all with regard to websites or recommendations, feel free to contact me. All right, thanks. Take care.